All right. Sorry, I do apologize for that. My apologies. My apologies. My apologies. Sometimes, you have to take out the frozen dinner, the food. It's kind of the important thing of I like food. I know I'm not big, right? But it's like you get older, you take the goodness in life. Good food. When you get older, it's like when I was a kid, I didn't give a shit what I ate or anything like that. But you get older, you kind of hopefully you have an affinity for fine food. Most people like fine dining, but I like to make my own. I don't like restaurants and I know it sounds like I'm a curmudgeon, but this restaurants thing, they ways, you don't know you don't know what to expect. It's like it's potluck. Here, this place is good. Well, it's not your taste, so you sit there and you're waiting. You order, you're waiting, and you get the food, and if it's no good, all that waiting and all that time and all that, you're fucked. You're fucked. Restaurants, I don't like. I never liked restaurants, and everybody's looking around, everybody's sitting there going with somebody. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. I think it's a ruse. Like it's a sham. It's a you go in these restaurants and you don't meet anybody, and you're there or whatever, and over the tip you got to give them money. The waiter, they don't. I know. It sounds like I'm depressed or angry, but I'm not. It's just never ceases to amaze me. This is like, but most people, this is what they like. They go along with this. Unless it's someplace that I know that has consistently good food. In and Out Burger, that's a restaurant. Well, technically, yeah, to go, but it's like quality burger. So, but if you've been listening to me for a while, you do know what my favorite restaurant is, right? You do know, right? It's Tony Roma's. Okay, it's Tony Roma's ribs. That's my favorite restaurant because I know when you go there, you know what you're gonna get, and it's a consistency. The ribs are good. So there you go. That's my favorite. Okay. Okay. Well, now that that's out of the way, let's get into the topic. It helps lighten up the things, and well, first I'll tell you about what happened. The topic is in a warrior on. Of course, if you've been listening to me for a little while, you know my intensity. So that's basically warrior on and when to simmer down. So what happened tonight? A couple hours ago earlier. Well, I said, all right, let me go up. You know, this woman, the older woman that I talk about, that I met a couple months ago at the dance events in Orange County. You know, if you are an older person and you are having an incredible, difficult time meeting single women, um, I will do this. You can reach out to me on here and I will tell you where these events are. A little bit of a give back. Okay? So if you're in your 40s through 60s, this applies to you. That's who I'm extending it to. If you're not, you're too young. If you're in your 70s and you're listening to me, it's too late. Okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It is. It is. If you haven't figured it out by that age, then I'm sorry. The ship has sailed and I can't really help you. Um, or I don't want to help you. It's just beyond, you've had your whole lifetime to try to figure things out and you don't know by then, it's too late. You want honesty or do you want me to sugarcoat reality? Okay. So that's the standing offer from me to you. So even if you see this 3 years from now and you're in your 40s, 50s, or 60s, you have my permission to reach out in the comments and I will tell you what I know where to go if you are in the Southern California area. Okay. Anyway, all right. So I did go out a little bit, and my sunset, they have sunset these places, and it's bars. I don't drink anymore. So, and this place that I used to go to all the time, they're getting like this disco floor redone. So it's not a real place for dancing, but it's close. So I figured, now let me tell you what happened on the way there, which is very important. I didn't get dressed up for this thing. I had like a black, kind of a short sleeve shirt. I have a clean pair of jeans and my shoes. That's it. Nothing. Um, there's a steep hill. It goes up to Sunset. These two chicks, they were sitting on like, I guess in front of their apartment complex. There was like a stoop where they could, a sidewalk. I'm walking up the sidewalk. They're sitting on the stoop with their feet out on the sidewalk. They have a dog. It was like a black lab or something. I like dogs. I have no problem with dogs. And the dog was starting, I could tell when I was a good distance away, dog was starting to bark already at me. And the women are apologizing as I'm coming up. Oh, don't worry, he's friendly. This is communication. I said, no problem, no problem. Now, I didn't want to walk into the, like, there's a sidewalk and then there's like, for the curb, there's like grassy area usually, and I just didn't want to step in the grass thing because, I got these new shoes. I keep them clean. I stayed on the sidewalk. Dog kept barking, whatever. And as I passed, the dog, I thought it bit my ass, right? It didn't. It just, I guess it sniffed my butt or licked my butt, or whatever. Made it pass. And I, you would think like the natural reaction would be like, what the fuck? Like angry, like, no reaction. And the woman goes, oh, like, you licked your butt or something. I don't know. I said, it's all right. That's, see, with that attitude, I took I didn't really get a good stare at the woman because it was dark out already. She said, but she looked pretty good. But, my mind was already focused on where I needed to go. But I could just tell my attitude was really good, just good, positive attitude, as I kept going. And I said something as I kept walking. I said, so I studied animal behavior in college, which was true briefly. I did, um, and maybe I should have stopped and did more of an approach. But again, you got to understand something. My whole life, I'm not as hard as I push on here about what I'm trying to do. When you get out there and these situations happen, they're challenging. They're challenging. They're random. They come usually when something happens. It's out of the blue. You're unprepared. That's why I constantly do this because I am trying to build strength through repetition, like you're training a muscle. You're building strength through the reps. And the days, and the weeks, and the months, and you're getting used to it, and you're figuring things out. Okay, this exercise I don't think is really good for me. It doesn't. Let's focus something a little different. Let's work on this. Let's work on that. Everything. Let's try everything. And then, when we figure out what kind of seems to be works for you, you sharpen it up. You focus and you learn and you say, oh, okay, what about this kind of exercise? You build on your strengths. Anybody can. I don't care if you can't do a goddamn push-up. Okay, I don't care. But if you can walk, then you should be walking more and more every day. I hate running. I don't run, but I walk a lot, so makes up for it. My abs were never, even though I've never been heavy, but my abs were never my strong point. But now I'm focusing on that. When I do these exercises with your legs and you get them up and around and back and whatever. And then I told you, bouncing on the push-up bars, trying to hold that position, moving my legs around, trying to like just test your limits. Test your limits. And the problem is in the gym, I give out like, and I know that people are looking. I don't care. That's pain. Pain through growth. Pain through testing your limits. Same thing with women. Pain through rejection. I know I haven't got there. I'm fucking up. Okay, I'm gonna tell you everything that happened, and it's like, what happened? What happened? I know. See, I'm hard on myself. When I went to the market, there's this one chick. She was by herself, And it's before the craziness in WeHo, and she's walking down the boulevard, and well, it's before the real heart of the craziness starts at Santa Monica, San Vicente, and goes to Robertson, concentrated area. This was before that. So, and when she started, I got a good look at her body. It's a little heavy, but it's like, wow, good boobs, and I was like, shit. And I noticed right when she walked by, and I just kind of froze. I wanted to say something, but she was already past me. And I said, well, you could have ran after something, but I said the market's only open at midnight. That's my priority. So I regret that one. Then coming back with my groceries, I'm carrying all this shit, and there was a girl like, wow, she was really hot. She was dressed. Her look was like, she's kind of average looking, but the way her body was incredible. She was like dressed like a Britney Spears from like in her prime. She had like this, the jeans were perfect, and she had like a white crop top that was, and the guy, you can't summary judge if a guy's gay, but I could kind of tell by I heard him talk and his mannerisms, but you don't know. I know you don't. That's the problem. And you start thinking too much, and you think yourself out of everything. Because I'm carrying my groceries, I can't do pickup because I can't. And so that's the title of this discussion. When is warrior on? When is it to simmer down? I think only you can make that call, but I think it should always be, if you lack a lot of experience and success like I do, it should be more warrior on all the time. All the time. I don't care 6 in the morning, 6 at night, 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon. I think you need to put pressure constantly on yourself, just like I talk about yellow alert, that's always on constantly. So what happened was, I want to go into that dance place, and there's this fucking upstairs, and there was no DJ. They were playing, I guess, whatever was running, and it was just played not really any. There was one good song. It was a Britney Spears song, Toxic or something, And again, if you're a really good dancer, the choreography. You don't have to fucking do, but just flow. And I know people are watching. And what happened was this kind of heavy set guy. He was with a group of people, and he came over to me, and he just kind of was doing robot. I know, and then so I was ignoring him, and he actually he brushed against me. Now this guy was pretty heavy, so I felt his weight of his arm. It was a lot, and I didn't get into it didn't turn on the machine, and don't worry about it. I didn't get nothing. I didn't get mad or anything like that. But the thing was, it was just, whatever, it's not a big deal. And then he went, he got I guess he had these bags that were behind this table. He went to go get them. There were these backpacks. So he goes and he grabs these backpacks. And so when he walked by me, and he went back to his friends, which were maybe 10 feet from me, I made sure he heard what I had to say. And I said, apparently you need to go back to school, and that was it. You come up and you fuck with me, and you want my attention, I'm going to give it back to you. Now, I didn't give it that harsh kind of combative tone, but it was close. It was close. I said in a joking way, I said, I see, somebody needs to go back to school, And I went, and that was the end of it. He didn't come back at me or nothing. So, my philosophy is this. You got to be able to take it in order to give it. Or you got to be able to give it in order to take it. You come up and you're going to fucking, try to stop me, you want my attention because you're doing, you want to show me something in my face. You're gonna, I told you, I'm gonna throw it back at you, if I feel like it. And that time I felt like doing it, and that was it. I just remember the weight of that guy's arm, kind of he couldn't control his body thing. So I learned in judo, basically what you do is, it's called the easy way, judo. So if somebody heavy is trying to come on you, use their weight to kind of leverage you, you move to the side, and you get it away. You move to the side, right, and you use their weight against them, by not pressing against them. It's like if a wall is coming down on you, what you do, try to get to the side so the wall can fall over it, and you dodge it, whichever side. So it's like if somebody's coming at you, get to the side and throw, and get them, keep their momentum going that way. That's, use their, let them fall over, use your speed. For me, I'm for my size, I'm pretty fast. Believe me, I practice a lot. Um, but it's I know it's hard, because again, that guy kind of like, the random event way he kind of hit me, um, brushed up against me with that weight. I wasn't really prepared, but I was. So I just continue to get better. Continue. You want to be like in a place of in a bar. Why were you there? Well, I just wanted to see if they had good music going or something, and I was there to try to do maybe pickup or something. There was this one Latina chick. She was not bad. She was with this guy, and what happened was when I was dancing my thing, she got up, and I guess she wasn't really trying to dance with me, but she was close, and I was trying to figure like what the story was with that. I took a good look at her. The guy really had a lock on her, and I know he did for that reason. Because I would have tried, um, if not, I probably would have. Then she came down by herself to go to the bathroom. I was downstairs. Dance floor is upstairs. Not really dance, music, whatever. And I said, well, why didn't you try? And I took a good look at her. She was all right. And I said, something came up to me like maybe she's a pro, like an escort or something. I was getting that vibe, the way that she was carrying herself and everything. Um, could be wrong, but I just didn't feel like trying. It was kind of like simmer down. I just, I'm very, very picky. I'm very, very selective. And, if you listen to me for enough times, you will see, or you should know by now that the times when I get very like animated is when I see something that really qualifies, and I don't even try. I get scared, or I allow somebody to box me out, or I didn't. I allowed fear and procrastination to keep me from trying. You'll see my uh, the upsetness, upset at myself if 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 I don't try. If I do try and it's rejection, okay. If I try and I get a number and they never call, okay. Like that's all okay. What's not okay is seeing what you like and not taking action. Not okay. Angry, agitated warrior at that point. Very upset. Warrior Junior at that point. Not good. Not good, because that shows that the ice is starting to thicken again. Like we talk about the chiseling away of cracking through. We want that diamond to get, it's continually, we want to forge the elements to make the diamond. Okay. We want to compress everything over time. That's what we're trying to do here. That's what I'm trying to do. That's why I'm on here every day, sometimes twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day, maybe 4 times a day, as much as I got to be on here for me. Okay. And whoever that person is, that one that's listening, um, you know, whoever you are, thank you. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. You know, I'm here for me, number one. Um, I hope one day I can become, you know, successful in everything. And that way I can be in a position to give back, you know, unlike some of these fucking celebrities. I'm sorry, I get scared. God, such a power position to do something. Fucking do nothing. That guy that I know that owns all those properties, he's not rich or celebrity or anything like that. I mean, he's rich, but he's not a celebrity. He's a miser. It's a miser. It's a sickness. Okay. Well, I it's like a constant battle. It's like a war that it doesn't end. Either it be during the day or at night, because you're fighting against what I call societal norms. Well, that's the time you should be really trying to do your pickup, is when all the people are out there. Look, you have to understand something. You try to go hardcore, like pickup thing. when you know all those people and they're drunk and everything like that, you know, all of a sudden it's like fists start flying and everything. I know, you got to be willing to take the hits. I know, selective, but it's like, it's like I just don't like the nightlife. I mean, I spent so many years going and doing it. And I never got it. The taxi guy told me, he says, you're spending a lot of energy. You're spending a lot of energy. Older people don't want to run around, okay? Why do you think with the dance thing that I go to with the older people, it's from like 7 p.m. till 11. That's it. For whatever reason, older people, that's just how they roll. Now I'm an all-nighter, right? That's me. My philosophy is the reason that people get old is because they stopped acting young. Let me say that one more time. The reason why people get old is because they stop acting young. You're older, you should be exercising more. More. You remember what that's from? More. That's enough. I think you got him. What's that from? What movie? That was from The Last Jedi, Star Wars. And Kylo Ren is, they're firing on Luke Skywalker, More. General Huxley or whatever it is. I think you got him. It's enough. And then Mark Hamill comes out. He goes, it's funny. Yeah, I take lines from things, and if I feel something's kind of interesting, cute, I'll throw it out there. Try to have fun in life. I know I'm a pretty serious, intense person overall and generally, because I believe that in order to solve a problem, you have to take it very seriously. Okay? However, I still do add things in that I consider funny in Star Wars and Star Trek and things that, life, it's a balance. It's a balance of seriousness and playful fun. Remember that. Women, they know what you want, okay? They're not stupid. You don't have to, but the problem is a lot of guys oversell themselves. They'll give it to you. Once you get in here, they'll give it to you, okay? But you come off too needy and desperate, you're making something natural that should occur incredibly difficult for yourself because you were not taught the game. Okay? I read that book by Neil Strauss. Read it. If you never watched any of you guys talk, listen to them. Listen to everybody. Ross Jeffries, listen to him. Brent something. Listen to them. Listen to everybody. Give them a chance. They all suffered. Owen Cook, whatever. See that guy around all the time. A lot of guys get into other stuff. Okay, just fucking listen. You're trying to create this on your own without people that understand you. You're not taking anything. You got to make a consensus and take a little bit from everybody or somebody you really relate to. Ross Jeffries, for me. Style, Neil Strauss, whatever. Mystery, not really. He's a little too flamboyant, with that stupid hat that he wears, like Pam Anderson wears that one. Stupid Jamiroquai, dumb hat, it's like furry, giant thing. Look like fucking, what's that, out of Mad Hatter or something stupid, Pink. It's called peacocking. That's not me. I don't need, stupid, to me. But there's truth that it works. For some. When you see somebody dressed like that in wild, bright colors, and this fashion thing, people look. It's tactic. It's a tactic. Okay? I get it. Was that the Gangnam Style? The guy with the guy that Gangnam Star? That's because it's Gangnam Style. The side, sexy lady. He's around with this skinny guy, like he looks like Big Bird. He's wearing a yellow suit. He's stupid. That's a peacocking. His ways, you know. Peacocking's a way to stand out from the 100. If you're wearing wild enough, you know, clothes, people see, wow, he doesn't dress like everybody else. It's just not my thing. There's other ways. It's just I just don't like that. It's too cheesy for me. You know, I don't, because I believe that there's ways you could shine. The diamond can shine without wild clothes. You know, flamboyant, Liberace, Elton John. You know, whatever. I think cool. You know, I think like John Travolta, Saturday Night Fever. You know, he didn't wear flamboyant. It was like a white suit. You know, but not when he did the solo performance. If you know the movie like I do, he wore the white suit at the end when he danced with the girl. That wasn't his freestyle. That was he did a slow song, whatever. More than a woman, more than a woman to be. You know, it wasn't like an intense finale thing. Earlier, he did the freestyle. That was when he opened it up early. You should be dancing, yeah, but all Bee Gees. You know, immortalize that 2 minute dance sequence is like, you know, immortalized, you know, for its time. You don't understand. I was like, well, people back then, I was a little kid, real little, unfortunately. I wish, I wish I could have been like in my 20s when during that time. I wish that would make me in my 60s right now. I would. I wish. It was like yeah, it was exciting. If there were people walking around white suits and stuff like that, and you go out, the young people dancing. The closest I ever got to that was in. I had a taste. Believe me, I've had a taste of it a couple times. There was an event at the Hollywood Bowl called Disco Fever 3. Okay, sold out. Hollywood Bowl, maybe 12 years ago or something. Kool and the Gang, Evelyn Champagne King, you know, Donna Summer. I think I had all this, you know, no Bee Gees, but you know, sold out. All playing all 70s music there, and it was like hot women and their daughters and their mothers and women in their 20s. I wore a fucking white suit, and all these people they're in the seats, right? They're dancing. What do you think I? Where do you think I was? I wasn't on stage and I wasn't behind the scenes. So where was I? They have long aisles around that cross the Hollywood Bowl. Giant. It goes across the whole fucking thing. I did not stop dancing for a fucking second. All the way down and across, all the way down. People watching is this guy's fucking crazy. He's amazing. Of course, I get every. You don't understand. I give it all. I give it all as a fucking usher. I asked the security, said, okay, the ushers said, yeah, you're okay. You're not like blocking anybody or anything. Well, I said, you give me the car, you give me the go. I'm gonna fucking rock this place. And I did. Fucking incredible. It's one of the funnest nights I ever had dancing, ever. I've had some good ones. That was something. Suit. I bought it. It was like in downtown. There's a piece of garbage white suit. Fell apart, but it made it through the night. You know, the buttons fell out, everything. It didn't matter. It made it through the evening. You know, just that's what I wanted it for. And I didn't hook up. No, it's close. Actually, was it a woman that I met? Yeah, I did. I did. I didn't hook up. We hung out. We talked till the place closed or something. It's a little too heavy for me, but you know, you, it's like you go to these certain events, specific things you might find. Stop going to these same places that don't work. You only get so much time. Spend some time on the computer and try to find out where these people are going. Look for events. We're coming out of COVID now. You're going to find they're out there. They're out there. You'll find, you might have to travel like I did. Look, I took a Metrolink to Orange County. I don't have a car. You don't have a car? I don't, okay? I'm sorry, I'm a little different than everybody else. But don't let it stop me, okay? If you have money, spend it. There's $100 in a taxi, whatever. Spend it. Go. Because the alternative is nothing. I spend. I will spend. To me, it's an investment, even though you don't get nothing. What you're getting is experience points in my mind. You're getting experience. You might get. You're learning. You're getting outside the comfort zone. I remember when I went to this one that those events, those people they put on. They had one at this Elks Lodge. I'll never forget that one. And they had a Motel 6. I stayed. I said, "Fuck it, let me go down there." This Garden Grove, whatever. It's like get a hotel room, pay for that. So I went and stayed there for one night, and I'll never forget in the Elks Lodge. They have the heads. The animals, whatever, decapitated or whatever, the stuffed moose and the elk. And I in this place. I never been inside of one of these Elks Lodges. And then I'll never forget it had like underneath one of the elks it said, all praise his exalted ruler. We all obey the exalted ruler. I said to myself, I haven't heard of anybody say that since the end of the Nazi regime. I'm sorry, I never heard of exalted ruler. What the hell are you talking about? What the fuck is this? Is this a cult? Is this a what the would? Huh? But it's not. No, it's like it's a fraternity. It's like a fraternity thing. These people that the Masons or whatever. I don't know what these people. It's stupid. You can't get in. But I was inside. I'll never forget that. To the exalted, all will bow. All will, to the exalted ruler. Huh? I never. Anyway, underneath the elk's head. I mean, it's. Oh God. I just whatever nonsense. But and I didn't get laid that night either. I tried. There was two women. I wound up going to Denny's. I went with the two women, the one I liked, and after we were done eating, I said, "All right, hey, you want to hang out with me? Like, I'm in a hotel right there." And she was like, "No, no, we're okay." Gave me their card. Remember, she worked in she was like a booking agent for tours, and I never saw her again and everything. It's all right. You know, so what it cost me, $60 to go down there and try, $15 to get in, and you know, back then I was drinking. That must have been like 3 years ago, maybe 3 to 4 years ago. But it's experience. That's what you're paying for. My point is like, you know, if you just size me up based on getting sexual experience by meeting new women, and like nothing, it's I have a tremendous difficult time. Now, again, I've had women try to give me, okay? But unfortunately, for the most part, they're not what I like. They're just not, they don't meet my standards of what I consider sexually attractive. because I am picky. So I have my type, and I know when I see it. And those are the women that I approach. Period. I like what I like, and I shouldn't have to apologize for it. I hope everybody gets what they like. I just get agitated when I saw I was going to my gym. I saw this woman with a body like she was hugging this gay guy over the restaurant thing, and I took a really, really good long look as I was walking to the escalator that goes up to the gym. And I don't care if they looked at me or whatever, but in my mind, she was wasting her time with the wrong people, and they were wasting their time with the wrong person as well. It's a farce. It's a ruse. I'm sorry. Why? We're all friends. Yeah, we're your friends, but you're keeping me from meeting the women. You're not helping me. You don't understand. You're creating a shield to keep me from trying. Whether you realize it or not. You're supposed to befriend them. Well, you know what? I have a very difficult time befriending homosexuals because I am not one. I do not relate to them, and they do not relate to me. So this is a very difficult thing. It's a hard enough time even me getting a woman. So you're telling me I have to befriend their gay friend to try to get to her. Okay, this is very difficult. It's because it's a lie. I have no interest in being his friend. I have no interest. I only have interest in what I'm interested in. It's her. Okay? And believe me, people are not as stupid as you think. They can see what you want. They know what you're trying to do. Okay? They sense if you're, they're not stupid. And the more lies that you tell people, the more nonsense they can sense that what your intentions are. So my best advice is don't. Try to be as bold, honest, and direct straight through. But not threatening. Creative, like think about it like you're going out to an audition. And in order for you to get that woman you want, you don't have much time, and you get the chance to audition and do something a little different and creative and funny or unique. Anything, I don't know. Depends on who you are and what your parameters are. The better you get, the more creative you can become, the more unique you can be, the more it might shine. I'm constantly working on that. Remember, you don't have to try to, that desperate neediness that's going to kill you. It'll keep you from getting what you need. They'll give it to you if you can show you're not part of the 100, 101. In my opinion. Sometimes I just get so sick of the resistance, You don't feel the people cheering for you. But if there was enough, like let's say there was like 1,000 people watching me, and they were all the guys like that relate with me, it would be like a crowd, a roar, like of people standing behind you, like pushing you forward, like they know, they feel you. They're not against you, there's people like they relate with you. They know how tough this is. It's not like when you go out and you try and you get that force against you from other guys, competition, like when the guys are with the women and trying to get you out of there kind of thing. I hate that. Trying to knock you out like a pinball, you're the ball, boom, get you out, Yeah. These pickup artists, they don't do what I do. They don't like their approach is like, they analyze like every situation. And I know they try to say befriend these people and then use like manipulative. I know. Okay, there's power in that too. I know, but I don't think they understand what real pain is. Maybe if they go back far enough, they do. But they got so much success under their belt that it doesn't matter. And how dare them charge so much money, for the stuff, like going to these boot camps. I'm gonna address that before I go have my Chinese food. I like Chinese food. I like all different kind of foods. Kung Pao chicken at Trader Joe's, and you get this rice, organic jasmine rice that comes with it. You don't need to go to fucking Chinese food restaurants and shit. Make it yourself, and it's really good. Okay. What was I trying to talk about? Oh, the boot camp. Sorry, see, brain still works. Barely. Okay, so they have these things. These guys, they do it in Las Vegas or something like that. Oh yeah, that's great. And you pay like $2,000. I swear, it's definitely four digits. It's probably like $2,000, and that gives you the 3 days with these guys, and it's not just you and them exclusively. You're with all these other guys. It's called a boot camp. And you know what happens in a boot camp? It's like they drill you. And what happens is, I've seen this guy, he takes you out to the middle of the desert, and he kind of like gives you the tough love, like he's a sergeant. He goes, "All right, guys, what we're going to do." He's like an Israeli guy. I forget the guy's name. I've met this guy before. He's got like kind of peacock hair. Again, the wild. That's his thing. But what we're going to do? We're going to teach you how to meet the women. I'm sorry, it's a little more Russian, I could say, but you could do. He's more Israeli. I can't really do the voice real well, but anyway, so he says we're going to meet the women, and this is the way that it's going to be. You're going to walk around, and you're going to see, and you're going to approach it. You're going to approach, and you're going to see how you're doing. You're going to be cool. You're going to be laughing. You're going to be, and see these guys. So that's the thing is, he's a cheerleader. He's a cheerleader. He's trying to say, and he says, you're going to be serious. You're going to be serious. You're going to keep trying so many women. And basically what they're just trying to tell you is talk to this many, get this many numbers, get this many dates, and get laid this many times. It's just a volume thing. That's all it is. It doesn't apply to me because I don't want to talk to this many women. I don't want to get this many dates, and I don't want to get this many phone numbers, and I don't want to get laid this many times. What I want to do is I want to talk to the women I'm very attracted to, and I want to get laid by them. That's it. It's not this many. Okay. I don't, maybe if you take them all, of every day, add it all up to those, then it's that many, but maybe it's the same thing. But my point is that I'm very selective. So the P-way tactics are just about, bottom line, talking to as many hot chicks and getting laid as many times as you can. It doesn't really apply. I don't, that's not me. So therefore, and so I'm not gonna pay $2,000 to have these guys kind of like pump me up, excited in a place like Las Vegas, and hope. Let me tell you something. Las Vegas has changed a lot over the years. It's not the same like it used to be. Okay, no place is the same. Everything changes. Generations come in. You know, the things change, the media, the way things are on television, the generational, you know, gap. The people get older, they don't go out like their thinking process. You understand? I told you, I go out. I was one of the oldest people at this place. You know, younger people, like it's their time. That's how it works at those places. But again, remember what I said? The reason why people get old, stop acting young. So, but what I mean is don't act stupid young, smart young. Smart young, exercise every day, eat good foods, keep your body moving. You can see, don't get confused. Exercise and keep your body moving is not the same. No, not the same. No, 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 no. Exercise is in the gym or moving like, you know, weights around. What I do, like practicing martial arts and stuff like that. That exercise. Walking is, it should be automatic for you. It should be, it's not, don't count that as your exercise. That your body is needs to be moving all the time. Okay? That's what, you know. So people think that's exercise. What you're doing is you're making it life too easy for you. Your body needs to be used. It needs to be moving all the time. Keep it in first class condition. Okay, understand that. You got to get your body in first class. Wait till we get back here. Okay, you need to keep yourself in first class condition. Period. There's no discussion about it. There's nothing there they don't have to argue about because there's no argument to be made. It's a period. If you're not in first class condition, go get it. It's not that hard. If you know, hopefully you have some foundation of knowledge. If you know nothing about exercise, and you need to stop whatever the fuck you're doing in your life and start learning about it right now. Okay? Do you understand how serious what it is? Because your body is the most important thing that you have. It's not making money. Okay? I'm very sorry. Money is extremely important. But if you don't have health, you have zero. Okay? You have zero if you don't have health. Okay? I said money is everything. It is. Money is everything. But if you don't have health, you have less than everything. You don't have to join the gym, but if you're not walking every day, you're not moving around every day, then you are in serious trouble. You're in serious denial, my friend. You have no business doing pickup. You have no business anything until you take care of yourself first. You have to pay yourself first. You have to. Okay? Those women with good bodies like that, and you're not even in good, you're not even in first class condition at least. You don't have to be Mr. Olympia. You don't have to be Arnold. You don't have to be. But you need to be at least something like, you know, at least something like this. At least. Okay? Lean and mean. Lean and mean. If you're a big bone structure, it's got to be like, you know, it's got to be, you know, not super chiseled and stuff, but you know what I mean. You should be able to see your abs. Okay? There's no, it doesn't matter. No, there's no argument or nothing. If you can't see your abs, you're fat, homie. Okay? Because you're sitting around, not moving around. You don't have to be every muscle defined or anything like that, but it has to be solid. You know, kind of strong. All right? You're looking at these bodybuilders and thinking that's what, no, okay? Look at, don't look at Frank, you know, just whatever. You know what you need to look like. You know what you should look like. I don't need to tell you, know. It's in there, okay? That's got to be the number one. You got to get that. You got to get that. I don't have the time. Well, then you're fucking, you know what? You don't deserve the women then. I do. I'm sorry. It should be survival of the fittest. And all these other guys that don't take pride in the way that, you know, their condition is, then guess what? I should be able to get them. That's the way it should be. Because I put the effort in, I should get the reward. I should be able to get the women with the good bodies, in my opinion. Water seeks its own level. That's how I think. Okay? That's how I think. If I'm walking miles a day and I'm taking care of myself and I'm trying to better myself, I should be getting the 9s and the 10s. Yes, yes, yes. Okay? Not you. Not you. And if you're putting in and you're doing all the work and everything like that, then you deserve it too. You're in my league. Okay? It's not who's the strongest. It's not who's the biggest, okay? You have to be the best you can be. You know what that is. And I can almost guarantee you, you're not even close. Find a gym. Go walk. Stop driving to the market. Walk. Carry the groceries. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. You know, it's something. Let me get this out before I go get some meat. This is what really never ceases to amaze me. Go, go around whatever area. I don't care, Beverly Hills, Toluca Lake, whatever. Well, there's nice homes, Hancock Park, beautiful homes. Beautiful homes. Condominiums even, beautiful, right? And these people walk outside and they look like big fat pigs. Or old kind of people, like really, but they're not even that old, but they're broken down. But their home is beautiful, and their car or whatever is really nice. What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you? You're investing in inanimate objects. My home is my biggest investment. It's not your biggest investment, you fucking dumb moron. Your biggest investment is you. But society tells you that it's not. Society tells you, no, it's how much money, because money is everything. I told you. Because your brain is down here in the low. You've been properly brainwashed by society to tell you that money is, like in your house and your car is how you're defined as a person. And then you try to twist it and say, well, I mean, you could be in great shape. That doesn't mean you're a good person. I never said it did. I never said it did. But most people put too much emphasis on how, trying to show off their house or their car. And then they're in awful condition. The problem is a lot of these women don't care about that. They care about security. They're as superficial as you are. When you don't invest in yourself, what does that say about you? Like it says, when you're an athlete, keep yourself in first class condition to perform, Why can't you keep yourself in first class condition to be alive? Like the world's a stage, right? The world is your stage. Why can't you keep yourself first class condition during life every day? Why not? Take some of that money, buy the better foods. Take some of that money and invest in whatever, in a gym membership, or if you got enough space in your place, some really good, Bowflex or whatever. Just start doing it and feel the natural high that you'll get instead of smoking or smoking marijuana or drinking try to get that fake high, that garbage toxic high. Why don't you get that? You'll feel that good high. Because what happens, like just when you walk, there's some type of lubricant they say that it comes out of your back. I forget what it is. Somebody told me about this. When you just walk, it's naturally released. Take a bottle of water and walk. The Ultimate Warrior said, you don't know what to do with your life, go out there and walk. What happens is if you walk enough, your blood starts circulating, and then your mind will start thinking. It's really interesting. No? Stop drinking soda. Fake high. That's what people do. It's garbage. That's what they feed the sheep. Garbage. McDonald's, soda. I gotta admit, I go to In-N-Out every once in a while. I know it's not the greatest for you, but that's my treat. I treat myself every once in a while for what I put myself through. But I control it. And I walk there. And I walk all the way home, miles. Earn it. Earn the rewards. I know sometimes it doesn't feel like, it's like, fuck, not getting nothing, But remember I said about the pace, the increment could be so slow going up, you might not even see it. Maybe. I don't know. One guy in the gym told me, Tom, this Israeli guy, said, you're going to get some incredible hot woman, he told me one day. And I got on my knees. I said, please, God. I made a joke out of it, Please, God, that would be, because I don't believe it. And that's why you'll never get it, because you don't believe. No, that's not the reason. You cannot change society. I don't care. What sounds great. Sounds great is, if you believe, you can get it. You can believe whatever you want. You cannot control other people, okay? Women decide what they want. I know I've heard the saying attraction is not a choice. But you have to present such a package to them that they can't say no. And that's very hard to do because you have to be that diamond. And that's incredibly difficult to achieve. There's not that many people that qualify. I'm not there. I'm not even close. I might have specks of it being forged out of granite right now with all the time and effort that I put into this. But there's no polished, sharp diamond yet. By then, you get success. That's kind of like, like saying you work your way up in martial arts. It takes years to become a grandmaster or whatever. Black belt, sensei, degrees of Dan or whatever. Maybe never get it. Maybe I never get it, huh? How about that? Maybe I'll never get it. Wouldn't surprise me. How long did I go to Dodger Stadium waiting to catch a ball, standing behind the wall? Never got it. Got the ground rule double. Wasn't even a home run. Never got it. Pujols hit 2 today. And I watched where they landed in the seats. They did not just clear the wall. When I got it anyway if I was standing there. There's no guarantee you're going to get the home run ball. There's no guarantee you're going to get to fuck the hot chick if you do all the work. But I will guarantee you this. If you don't do all the work, you won't get it. At least I won't. I have no chance, 0% chance, without any serious effort put forth. Zero. So I can guarantee 0, or I can guarantee a chance. I go with the chance. I will do everything it takes for the chance. And maybe it doesn't work. But at least I can feel the same way that I felt after trying to talk to the beautiful women and getting rejected. I can live with myself. I can't live with myself if I don't put myself out there. I can't live with myself if I'm not on here being honest. Okay? Got to put yourself out there. And that's what I do. That's why I started this. I put myself out there for you, for me. It's not the one person that's listening. That's not for them. It's archived. If I ever become something, everybody can go back and they can watch all this shit. It's not shit, you know. Well, the critics will come. I know. The critics will come. Let them come. Let the critics come. Let the critics come. Because they're down there with the Morlock, the critics. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this one. We will keep fighting. And hopefully one day I'll have some serious good news to report. And when I mean serious good news. I mean I something that it'll be like real wow. It takes a lot to impress me, my friends. It takes a lot to impress me. We'll keep trying. Keep digging.